Hello. I just wanted to pop in here real quick because Brian Enton got on a few minutes ago for his short and talked about the Pima County Sheriff withheld evidence from the FBI that they found a glove in the house and didn't turn it over to the FBI so they can take it to Quantico. And he sent it to a private lab in Florida. Like, that's insane. Like, how could he even, like, that's insane. That family should sue him. I heard that the family hired a private detective. Um, I just heard it. I'm not sure if it's been confirmed or not, but that's he's already done a crappy job and probably lost this case and any kind of evidence forever. But to do something like this is what Brian Ensign is saying. I don't know if you
That
able to
there
hear.
have been concerns about the Pima County Sheriff and whether or not he was cooperating enough with the FBI, whether he called the FBI in soon enough. I haven't been able to figure out who's actually in charge, and I found out today.
Nobody knows who's in charge.
Here in Arizona, I'm outside Nancy Guthrie's house. I've been reporting that there have been concerns about the Pima County Sheriff and whether or not he was cooperating enough with the FBI.
Brian Enton actually has a longer video with all the updates. It's about a 30-minute, and I was listening to part of it because it talked about the height and build of this person that was in the video. So they're saying it's a male, 5'9" to 5'10", which is average height. I think a medium build, and then talked about the backpack. It's definitely a Walmart brand backpack. What else? What other updates? Oh, just putting out a message to the public about turning in video or surveillance from January 1st to February 1st. Also, specifically, some video, I think in the neighborhood there from January 11th. So they must have something, some kind of tip on that. And they received 4,000 tips since right after that video surveillance came out. But unbelievable. I'm not going to interrupt again. I'm just going to have you listen to this if anybody's listening.
FBI, whether he called the FBI in soon enough. I haven't been able to figure out who's actually in charge. And I found out today, even investigators working the case say they don't know who's in charge, if it's the sheriff or the FBI.
Insane.
Well, now Reuters is reporting that the sheriff's office is withholding key evidence in the Nancy Guthrie case from the FBI, which is a really big deal. And Reuters is reporting that among the evidence being withheld is there was a glove apparently that was found inside Nancy Guthrie's house that the FBI wanted to test at Quantico, which is like the best place in the world to test for DNA and that kind of thing. And instead, the sheriff sent it to a private laboratory in Florida. And I mean,
what is wrong with
if
him?
that report turns out to be true, this Reuters report, that's really, really shocking. But it does go along with sort of the vibe out here on the ground, and what I'm hearing from local investigators, that that the FBI should have been called in sooner and that the sheriff didn't want to do it. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I wanted to give you the latest. Hey, guys.
Yeah, like I said, he does have a longer video. I don't know if it contains that update because I didn't watch the whole thing. I just wanted to get on here real quick and talk about what the sheriff is doing or what he did. I mean, that is crazy. So why would two entities, I mean, he's fighting more with or against the FBI than they are fighting because they're invited in. So they're limited to how they can control the crime scene and stuff. But this thing is never going to get solved because of an ego of one man and the incompetency of him and that one sheriff, retired sheriff that talked to Brian Enton said that Pima County is huge. It's huge. Like there is, like it's a huge area and imagine this one man in control of all of that. Like that's insane. That's insane. I don't understand how people stay in. Well, I do. I mean, it's just a given. But it's either cost Nancy her life or is costing her life. That's a real problem. And imagine if she wasn't Nancy Guthrie. Imagine if she was Nancy Smith. Imagine that she was not Savannah's mother. Like, we wouldn't even hear about this story. We would not even hear about it. It is, um, again, and if I said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. True crime creators who are out there on these streets, who have big channels, are exposing the incompetency of law enforcement agencies. Not the young ones coming in, the untrained ones, the ones who have been here around for decades. It's a total exposure of their incompetency, laziness, whatever you want to call it. And I feel for all these victims of crime that haven't gotten their cases solved or looked at, or they weren't believed, or they were pushed aside, or, you know, when someone of prominence is involved is a victim of a crime or even involved in a crime, that's how they get, noticed. But these legacy media and corporate medias, they don't really dig deep into the incompetency of it all because they want to have access. But these YouTubers, these true crime creators, they don't care. They're going to just put it out there and expose it all. Um, but good, because maybe it'll change the trajectory of these law enforcement agencies to do their job. But anyway, I'm gonna go. I just wanted to pop on here real quick and just say that was kind of a bombshell, if true. I mean, Reuters put it out there, so they're reputable. So if true, awful, just awful for this family. All right. Well, thanks for listening. I saw a couple people pop in and pop out, but thank you, and have a good night. I might pop in again. Bye.